Hello. Welcome to the 103 Crazy Dropoff Radiopod. I am back like cook crack. I'm telling you, yo, I just got censored on my last episode and I took a minute off to catch a breather. YouTube, they censored me. I have no freedom of speech. You can't talk about gays, period. I see that. You can't talk about homosexuals, period. Because they want to take me off. They want to take away and erase my episode of hard work and reporting. That's crazy to me. That's a crazy drop off for one. Then the next crazy drop off is if I make another strike and I don't know what I said for them to cut me off, they're going to strike me and then I won't be able to even broadcast anymore. That's crazy to me. But anyway, welcome everybody. It's 4/13/2023. And y'all back in the hood, back on here with me. I am your host, Crazy Chaos, and we're here talking about something crazy because lately people just don't know how to, report and give a nice journalistic point of view. Instead, we got females or a female that's in a journalistic atmosphere that's known as ESPN. Her name is Malikia Andrews, and she got a mouth on her for a 27-year-old female. She don't have no experience in basketball. I don't know if she played basketball. I never seen no highlights of her playing basketball, football, soccer, anything, baseball. I guess she just do her research and then come on and ask questions and then make statements against players. And she happens to make a history of black men look bad, especially in the NBA, NFL. She runs her mouth a little too much, peoples. If you do your research, and you can go check it out yourself. This Malika Andrews, she is over the top. She's like bourgeois against black men. She got a white boyfriend. Matter of fact, not boyfriend. She got a white husband. Just like Kamala Harris. Will I be clipped for this? Would I be strike for this on YouTube? Please let me know. Because I don't want to, but I'm giving out the facts. I'm reporting facts. And if they hate the facts, then hey, this is the American way. We got freedom of speech. That's number one. It's in the Constitution. Give me love on that. I need love on that. But anyway, let's get back to this. Malikia Andrews. I don't know if you guys been watching. She's a beautiful woman. Mad beautiful. Man, yeah, she's a go-getter, but she ain't a person I would want to even be around for too long. I'd probably pipe her down and then send her on her way. You know what I mean? That's the type of female you have to go in, like literally, you have to be like a get it and go. Like what you about to do? Because you got to get up out of here. You know what I mean? She's ugly. She's a beast. She's nasty at the mouth. She need to be in a porno somewhere, getting mistreated, getting her face painted, getting the plaster on her face. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be too explicit, but I hope there ain't no kids around. But yo, it is what it is. She is filthy and she shuts down black men in sports. She try to shut us down. She come for them all the time. She try to put us down on TV. And I'm about to show you a lot about this Malik Andrews. She got a history of doing it. Oh no, she ain't new to it. She been doing it. Very crazy. Let's get to it, y'all.
This isn't a hate on Malika Andrews party. We're just going to analyze and break down a member of the media, just like they do with athletes and players, and see how they can improve. Let's get started.
I think that Dylan Brooks should be suspended for game 3 and possibly game 4. Look, you have to clean this up. Look, we talking about people saying we don't know if he did it intentionally. He fouled him on purpose and he did it with intentions. Okay, let's get that out the way. Here's the thing that we have to I mean, looking at the play,
You can't look at a person.
Yes,
Yeah, but you're making an assumption.
Yes, you can.
You can't look at a person and know what their intent was. It was a dangerous play, regardless. But you can't. Okay, I didn't realize we had a.
First of all, let me cut it right there. She's running her mouth and she cuts off Kendrick. Automatically, the man is speaking. He's an NBA player, a former NBA player. There's 3 NBA players up there and one guy who's just been around far as coaching and commentating. She never played nothing. She's just a reporter and she's pissed off. She's going to her sedity little ways talking about, no, it couldn't be that. And he's trying to tell her from experience of being on that court. They all are.
Please continue.
Irk, how old were you when you dunked the ball for the first time?
Now here's when he humbled her.
21.
12.
12. How old were you when you dunked the ball for the first time?
12.
I was about 13 years old when I dunked the ball for the first time. I know what a fast break looks like. I have 4 months out in a season because I had my wrist taken out on a dunk. I know not necessarily the intent to hurt, but I know the intent to foul extremely hard, and that's the repercussions.
Okay, so right away, she's getting upset she was wrong, being condescending, and not respecting her colleagues. The simple fact is, all 3 of those guys are former players, and they all said they can watch a play and get a conclusion from that. Woj didn't say that. Woj didn't play. He knew better. But all the players that watch game film and understand how the game works knew that play was intentional.
Woj, you reported that Joe Mazzulla will be the interim head coach here. You can see his resume on your screen. He's been a Celtics assistant coach the last 3 seasons after spending the previous 3 seasons at Fairmount State. And he played for West Virginia between 2006 and 2011, and now could become the NBA's youngest head coach at 34 years old. And we'd be remiss not to also mention that Mazzulla was arrested twice at West Virginia, once in 2008 for underage drinking and aggravated assault. He pled guilty, paid a fine, and then again in 2009 for domestic battery after an incident at Morgan.
Wait. Woman, what that got to do with him now? Why is you going back 15 years, 13 years, and digging up this man past his history of when he was wilding out as a youngster, when he did crimes as a youngster? And you bringing that up on TV, national TV, ESPN today, about this man. His job is already on the line, and you just trying to make it worse for this guy on purpose. This is what I don't like about this chick right here. I do not like her right here. Shorty, your mouth is doing too much. The man's job is already on the line. And you're trying to paint a picture of making him even looking worse so they can the people don't like him. And so his job would be even more at a jeopardy of being fired. They ain't fired him yet. But look where she going with it.
Town bar. The domestic battery case never went to trial. It was settled in August of 2009. He paid a $100 fine and court costs, plus had to do 40 hours of community service. Now, that was 13 years ago. He settled and paid both fines.
Bringing up someone's background to see how it could affect their future job is okay in itself. But going off what we know about Malika and her past behavior, do you think it would have been acceptable if someone else on the panel had brought those things up about a woman? I have a hard time seeing it because she won't even hold women accountable that are doing wrong right now. So why would
she don't want us to blame a woman for nothing? A woman has nothing to do with a man's action. A man's action, she blames a man for everything. It takes 2, lady. It takes 2. Yeah, he's a man. He's a coach. He gets off work. He ain't a police officer. He ain't on duty all the time. But he also a man. Now, whatever he do on this little spare time, that's his spare time, and that's his choice that he chooses to do. But for you to dig up this man's past, and for us to tell you that it's just not him, what about the woman? Oh, you go bananas. Ape shit.
would she do it for their past? She would say, they're not here to defend themselves, and we're not going to blame women if we don't know all the facts. That's what she would say.
Kobe Bryant, when I've seen him personally get in people's face and just cuss them out to their damn near in tears, and they're grown men. You know, Michael Jordan probably would have been fighting his teammates if he had to see some of the stuff that these guys do. So I feel like what makes LeBron great, he's always been knocked, oh, he's not a killer. He'll make the right pass, and I've always loved that. But I also think sometimes that hurts him because, not saying I've never had him as a leader, and I'm sure he has his ways of particularly leading this team. But I know for a fact if the two guys that I mentioned before saw some of the effort and energy that he saw from his teammates this year, it would have been an issue.
I mean, when Kobe, Dwight, and Nash all had injuries, though, they didn't win a playoff game.
They got to the playoffs, though.
But they didn't win a game. Neither did this Lakers team. The year 19, when he was averaging 22 on 37% shooting, Kobe did, the Lakers, they went 10 and 25 in the games that he played in. So I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, Matt, but I'm not so sure it's well, Kobe Bryant would have been the white horse to Kobe Bryant would have been the white horse.
Definitely not saying that, but what I'm saying is Kobe would get in, like, he would not let the way some of his teammates
get in someone's face and it doesn't
slide.
turn into wins, then you're just getting in somebody's face.
But it's going to be a problem the entire season. And it just didn't seem like, at some point, it just seemed like everyone's just like, oh, well, forget it. It is what it is. And I just know, like I said, this is not even what LeBron has been able to do this season alone has been absolutely incredible. He continues to climb the historical ladder. But I'm just saying, from a standpoint of just not having what he saw on a day in, day out basis sometimes, those guys wouldn't have had it like that.
This lady's crazy.
You don't have to love nature to visit Tennessee. You also don't have to love whiskey.
Here again.
But this lady is crazy. Hold on, my man. This lady is crazy because she's going against Matt Barnes that played with Kobe Bryant, played against Kobe Bryant. And he knows Kobe Bryant. And he's talking and she interrupts him, which is rude. But she also don't know what the heck she's talking about because she ain't never put a heel, a tennis shoe, a sandal, a barefoot, big toe out on the court and dribbled the ball and played against anybody on any NBA team. She's doing too much with this mouth right here. That mouth is dirty. Her head is dirty. The way she's coming at black men, like she knows the power of the hustle and she knows the ball game is messing my head up. It's fucking me up, y'all. Because this lady, she just who hired her? Why is she here? ESPN. I have a question. She have a history of being nasty, messy, and disrespectful to all players, all coaches, the league. From her analyzing, her analytics is off the chart. I mean, it's off the chart good. I mean, off the chart, like sinking bad, looking bad for ESPN. Y'all just hired her because of the good look, because she got a white husband. I think that's why y'all hired her, because she's only 27. She won't have no experience in no sports. Will she play tennis, golf? Will she play badminton, ping pong, hide and go seek? Red light, green light, red light, green light, Mama Maya, because she sure don't know what the hell she's talking about, and we looking like, who is this woman? Who is you? Who are you? Where you come from? What the hell are you talking about, lady? I listened to this man, Matt Barnes, and Kendrick before I listened to her. And she's up there trying to debate with him and cut people off and be rude and then talk like she's just because she's on the show. It's not her show. She's just on the show and she cuts people off and then she signs them off the camera. That's bad, yo.
She's not really respecting the experiences that Matt Barnes has gone through as a player. That's the unique thing that he brings to the panel that no one else has, other than the other players, of course. But on that panel, he's the player. He's been there. He's done that. He knows how Kobe leads, and he's seen how LeBron leads, and he knows it's different. And all he's doing is pointing out the difference. He wasn't being vulgar. He wasn't hating on LeBron. He was simply pointing out that Michael and Kobe lead differently than LeBron, and sometimes it works better that way, and sometimes it doesn't.
Stephen A., with all due respect, this is not about pointing the finger. Stop. The fact that it was able to go on all day, The fact that we are sitting here debating whether somebody else should have been suspended or not, we are not here, Stephen A., to further blame women. That is not why we are here.
With this one, we already know she falsely accused Stephen A. of blaming women, but what I'd like to add is if you're the guilty party that slept with Ime Udoka, why don't you come forward to stop the speculation?
Wait, I gotta disagree with you, my man, because she tried to come at Stephen A. because he had experience with ladies, some women that tried to jeopardize his job. So that's why she came at him like that. She came at him like that, like if he was just pointing out and accusing the woman of his fault. That's crazy. See, this Malika Andrews is a messy woman. She knows if she can come at Stephen A. and make this a point about women and say, no, it's not a point about women. Why are you trying to do this? They will fire Stephen A. Smith. But he came back at a different way at her and explaining, no, that's not the cause. That's not what he's saying. And he made it clear to this woman. And she tried to interrupt him when he was trying to explain. And he said, no, not on my show. We're not doing that. You're not going to stop me from talking. Okay, now you can go talk.
If you know your coworkers that are also women are being dragged on social media, why don't you take responsibility for your actions? Notice how she never called for that. Instead, she's blaming everybody else for wondering why the woman wasn't punished. And that's not fair, especially when she's the one that just aired out the new coach's dirty laundry all over national television.
When they asked, is anybody else going to be punished? And they said no. And my whole thing is this, right? These are some of the facts that have been out. These are some facts that I know that, you know, this relationship, one of these relationships that was had with Ime Udoka and one of these women, it was consensual, meaning that this woman actually played a part in it too. So my thing is, yes, Ime Udoka was wrong. We get that. His punishment, he deserved that, and whatever else follows, I hate it for him, but he put himself in this position. But why are the other people getting left off the hook?
Well,
that's the problem that I have right now. Everybody got to be held accountable.
I think that we need to circle back to what Shanae said, is that there was a investigation.
No, you don't Kendrick, like you his mom. Like he's over-exaggerating. How can you do that? This is crazy. How can you keep calling this man name like Kendrick, like he's doing too much, like he's saying too much, like he's saying the mumbo jumbo. No, lady, you're trying to protect the woman that's also on the other side that is trying to jeopardize this man's career of being a coach for the Boston Celtics. Just like the woman of, what's the guy name from Creed 3. They trying to say he strangled the white Caucasian woman and put his hands on her and all this other stuff. They trying to end him and cancel him already, but I think he's innocent. But we shouldn't say nothing about the woman. What does she do? Or she's trying to not play her position, but she's trying to opt her position out so she can get money out of this man because he's hot right now in the acting field. We're really here to talk about you, Miss Malika Andrews, because you are part of the trying to be the Me Too with Jalen Rose on TV. You try to Me Too Jalen Rose on TV, and you're wrong because his hands was not there. That's why we're here to talk about you, Miss Andrews. But I don't like how you talking to, first of all, an elder. He's an elder. You're 27 years old. You don't have no experience in this game, and you're like Kendrick, like you just running everything. You come looking all bustier with your hair looking good. I bet you don't even consider yourself a black woman. You too fly. Who hired you? They're giving you a little too much power, too much push. Yeah, Jonathan Majors. That's his name, Jonathan Majors. They coming after him. His own girlfriend coming after him. And brothers, we got to be watching ourselves. Yeah, we all want some little white pudding every now and then. But we need to stay with the black chocolate, milk, honey pudding that we used to. Because if you got money, moolah, that's all they want. That's all they want. And then the first thing they're going to try to do is pull the OJ on you. So you can do the OJ on them. But this chick right here, she is terrible. Oh, my goodness. Why is she working at ESPN? ESPN, can you tell me, CEOs, whoever the director of this show, get this woman off the show? I'm saying it because she's messy. She have a bad reputation of coming after black men and not being respectful to black men.
That was conducted by an independent law firm here. And I think that transparency is what will rule the day here. And so without having all of the information, it is unfair and irresponsible of us to go and to speculate on that, because what we have to...
Well, I'm not speculating.
Sure.
I have the information. I'm not speculating.
But what we have to go with here is the fact that an independent law firm came in, did this investigation, and the facts that they were presented, they came to the conclusion that Ime Udoka violated a policy that warranted a 1-year suspension. And I share your frustration with the...
You don't share shit, lady. You enjoy it. You cut them off. You cut the camera off. You cut this camera off. Everybody camera off. So you can state your point, your theory. With your baby hairs on your forehead. Trying to look cute. Like you was like the mommy dearest. Like you like the evil damn, what's that lady name? It's crazy, yo. You just evil. You a Kamala Harris sitting up there with too much power. This is your power, and you don't need to be up there because you have no experience. I'm sorry. The man says he ain't just saying bullshit, mumbo jumbo, and you son him. That's crazy. You son a person that's telling you facts and giving you statements, and he ain't just saying allegedly shit. He's saying shit that he knows about. That's crazy.
Lack of transparency while understanding that there is some things that they need to...
How you doing, my White? Thank you for tuning in. Please enjoy, because we are talking about Malikia Andrews. Do you know anybody that's like this woman's type of persona and personality? Like she just want to showboat and runs the show and act like she knows everything. When people are telling her the facts and she just hard-headed. She just want to look, she thinks she look good. So she's going off of that. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And how she's maintaining this job at ESPN? I don't have a clue. I'm lost.
From a legal perspective, keep private. But knowing all of that, understanding all of that, we have to come to the conclusion that whatever rule, the conduct that was broken on one side, it is not the same on the other side. I thank you for your perspective.
The last thing I want to mention is notice how in every one of these clips, she's interrupting the speaker, but no one ever interrupts her. Once she's taken the floor, it's her floor. That's what I don't like. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to have a different perspective, but why don't you ever let them finish their point? And in Perk's case, he never got to finish his point. She completely cut him off and took him off the air, and that was the end of it. If someone says something she doesn't like, she's allowed to interrupt and even cut them off completely, and I do not like that one bit. That's my biggest problem with all this. But that's just what I think about all this. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and leave a like.
I'm already telling you what I think, guys, because this is bad. This is bad for TV. This is bad for our culture, and it's bad for us sports fans that knows, that watches, and especially for our women, our black women. Like, we love our black women. Women don't go out there and date a Puerto Rican or a white dude and then turn your back on what us black men stand for out here, for our culture, our heritage, what we know, what we stand for. Because we still stand with you. We're not against you because you messing with this guy. This is how this chick is doing. She's standing with a white guy because she got the plug to get hired at ESPN. And now she's down and she's dogging, she's shitting on black athletes, black people in the league, period. She's coming after them. She got a history. It's long overdue. I don't know why she's still there. Nobody took her out for that. Nobody. Man, she just rude, man. Rude. This is not it right here. Okay. So y'all know the Greek Freak, right? Y'all know the Greek Freak. She even came after him right before the game. And you know, in the playoffs, you know, they like to do their analytics and they don't want to assume what's going on, if they're going to make it to the next game or they're going to the playoffs. Then they want to go have the press conference after the game. Oh, yeah. She tried to come for him. So I'm going to take you to that. You need to see that. That's, like I said, she got a history. He walks out on her. He walks out on her when she give her a press question. I would too. I want to get her the time of day. I don't even want to chill around her.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? In today's video, I want to talk to y'all about Giannis walking out on Malika Andrews when she asked him a question. This is an older video, so I understand if you saw this video, you don't want to see it, it's all good. I just want to put this video in context and how it applies to Malika Andrews today, in my opinion. So, with that being said, let's get into the clip of Giannis walking out on Malika Andrews.
Eric named The Athletic. Giannis, I'm curious, when you look at Kawhi on the other side, he's a guy that's gone through it. He's gone through some losses. He's been here in the playoffs before.
Played well. He did everything he could to help his team win, and it was a tough guy to guard for our team.
Malika Andrews, ESPN. For both of you guys, I'm curious, you guys have talked a lot about how at this point, you know, sometimes it takes experience. I'm wondering if now that you have some of that experience, if you see more validity to that point, or what you think about that now that you've gone through it.
Oh, yeah.
Just about experience.
Did you see that? My man got up. Actually, you can see the frustration on his face. Like, man, I don't even want to talk to this girl. I don't want to talk to this girl because what she said in the tweets about him leaving his team. See, Giannis, he loves his team. He don't want to go nowhere else. He's not like LeBron trying to recruit all the good players. He don't want to go nowhere. He want to stay with his team like Michael Jordan. He want to rough and tough it out. And she came out, and she knows how dedicated he is with his team. He don't do nothing else. He potty grips with his team. That's like your coworkers. If you with your coworkers, y'all go out, have a good time. Y'all want to chill, have some drinks. Y'all might probably go out to dinner. You invite your wife. You introduce your wife. You introduce your husband, your brother. It's like a little family thing, a routine thing that y'all used to doing. Y'all don't do it with nobody else. And y'all probably got just a little crew, the same crew that y'all do it with. Y'all don't invite nobody else because y'all cool with it. But she trying to get up under her skin, and she did. I'm going to take it back to even when she even spoke. Watch his face when she tells who she is.
Named The Athletic. Giannis, I'm curious, when you look at Kawhi on the other side, he's a guy that's gone through it. He's gone through some losses. He's been here in the playoffs before.
Played well. He did everything he could to help his team win, and it was a tough guy to guard for our team.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
Do you see his face? Do you see his face like, damn? No, she's asking me the question. This motherfucker, no, I don't want to answer her question.
For both of you guys, I'm curious, you guys have talked a lot about how at this point, you know, sometimes it takes experience. I'm wondering if now that you have some of that experience, if you see more validity to that point, or what you think about that now that you've gone through it.
Oh, yeah. just about experience. I mean, probably sit back, let this series digest a little bit, watch the film, watch the games. You know, like you said, experience, you have to go through some things to get to where you want to go. So hopefully we learn from this, move on from it.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know that Malika Andrews had wrote an article about Giannis. See, as sports fans, they really don't look and read into those articles like that. You know, a lot of the players do. Think about Kwame Brown for an example. He still talks about the shit that they wrote about him in 2002. So yeah, man, a lot of those players, man, they hold on to that shit that those sports writers and shit write about them. And I don't blame Giannis for walking out on her at the time. Emotional loss. They sitting there putting out these false narratives that you about to lead a team if y'all don't make it to the finals or if y'all fall short again. And it's like this man has said over and over again how much he loves his team and how he doesn't want to go group up with other players. He'd rather take it the hard route. And so, you know, he takes pride into that shit. And he doesn't even train with other players. He has said that over and over again. He doesn't even work out with other players in the offseason like how they all do with that buddy shit. And here's a clip of Stephen A. Smith explaining the reason why Giannis walked out. Here's the video.
And I personally asked her what happened, and we had a conversation about that as well. Obviously, she's incredibly professional and thorough at what she does. She does a sensational job for us. Her question was not beyond the pale. It was more than fair. It was professional, and she's to be commended for the job that she did. Having said all of that, I don't think we need to overreact to what transpired with the Greek Freak. And here is why. He had just lost a big game. In the aftermath of losing that big game, she had to write a story, which obviously she wrote before the game, that basically was posted after a loss. It was in preparation of Milwaukee losing this game. So inside of a 15 to 20 minute period, after losing the game, he was made aware of an article that she had written where basically she did her homework, spoke to a multitude of people, and was thoroughly informed that, again, a lot of his, decision making as it pertains to his willingness to stay in Milwaukee are tied to reaching the NBA Finals. If Milwaukee's progress towards the finals is impeded in any way, this season, next season, etc., at some point in time, he's going to want out. In a period of 20 minutes, in the immediate aftermath of suffering the most devastating loss of his professional career, he got wind of that story, and he was not happy about it. And so we have to look at it from the standpoint of whether it's Joel Embiid crying or it's various other moments that guys have had where if they had to take it back, they obviously would. This was a moment in which the Greek Freak just didn't want to be a part of because he was looking at the person that wrote that story. Obviously, he didn't like it. Certainly the timing of it all, that's not her problem. She didn't do anything wrong. ESPN didn't do anything wrong. They were doing their jobs. But in that particular moment of time, a 24-year-old guy in the biggest game of his career just lost it. And he's reading a story in the post-game locker room about how, excuse me, you know what? I might want up out of here if we don't get to the NBA Finals. And rather than go off or say anything that he might regret, he elected to get up and walk away. I kind of understand that. And I think she does too. And I think most people do.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you, Max. I'm going to really say, hell yeah, I give him a pass. You know why? Because as a player and from a coach's perspective, when you lose, your emotions are so high, okay? And this just wasn't a regular loss. This was the end of their season, okay? So now in his mind at the podium, I know he's going through what happened. What's going on here? We were just up 2-0 to start this series. We were dominating the Toronto Raptors. And in 4 games, we're out of the playoffs. We had an opportunity to go to the NBA Finals. We get all the way here. We were the best team in the NBA all year record-wise, and then we get here and we can't finish it. And to Stephen A's point, the article that was being written and that he read about, I'm getting up and leaving anyway, because you don't know what's going through my mind at this particular time. And for a story to be written right after we just have this loss, Yeah, I have to get up because I'm going to say something that.
But Damon,
you got to get Stephen A. Get
All right, guys, that's the end of today's video. Didn't want to hold y'all too long, but as y'all can see, even back then as a writer,
as you can see, she was foul. She was foul back then. That was like what 2 years ago. Yo, she is nasty. The way she puts her subjects out and her content, and then she try to twist people's words out. Also, she like to interrupt people while they're talking, and then she tried to change the narrative of what they're speaking about. This lady is not good for sports talking, commentating, or anything. She needs another job. ESPN, I'm sending a hashtag to you. Hashtag, why is this woman Malikia Andrews here? She's making it bad, leaving salt, a nasty taste in our mouth because we know she's foul. She has ulterior motives. She tried to Me Too Jalen Rose on TV. She tried to Me Too him, but he loved this woman. Like it's like she's a sibling, but she tried to Me Too him on TV. She couldn't wait till the cameras go off and then say something. No, she had to do it right then and there. This is the reason why we're doing this episode right here on Malikia Andrews. It shows I know how it is because Kamala Harris, she does the same thing. Kamala Harris, she has a white man. Like it's most black women that have white boyfriends that their boyfriends is cool. I mean, interracial relationships, I'm cool with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that because I ain't got to deal with that woman and the headache. You know what I mean? But it's cool. It's all right if that's what they choose. But most of the spouses are cool as what? They cooler than a fan. They don't want to perpetrate and act like, okay, well, they don't like the black race at all. They don't front and say, oh, I don't like the black race, but I like you because you're chocolate and honey. No, they don't do that. But at home, Kamala Harris, at home, Malikia Andrews, they do these things. Just like in one of my episodes of the black woman and the white man was driving, and he said he saw a black guy out there in the middle of the road of nowhere with his thumb up trying to get a road. His car was broke down, and he knew that the guy would be out there for a long time because there's not a lot of traffic that comes to that area, and he would be stuck out there in the middle of nowhere. He tried to help him, and his black ignorant girlfriend said, "No, we ain't gonna help him. It's too many niggas in this car already. It's too many niggas in this car already." Excuse my language. That's what she said, though. Please, YouTube, don't strike me for that. Don't cut me for that. But this is real facts. I'm just stating the facts. So I have another footage, of course, of Kwame Brown stating the same thing of Malikia Harris. She got a dirty rap sheet. How is she here? Who put her there? I ain't put her there. Did y'all put her there? She's nasty.
on YouTube. In today's video, we got Kwame Brown giving his reaction to Malikia Andrews trying to Me Too Jalen Rose. The reason why I want to give Kwame's reaction to this is because some of the stuff that he was saying was like the same stuff that a lot of y'all was saying in my video in the comment section, like how dangerous Malikia Andrews is, man. So I want to give y'all Kwame's reaction to it. So with that being said, man, I don't want to hold you guys too long. Let's highlight what Kwame Brown had to say. Here's the video.
But that type of woman that Malikia Andrews is, she is a representation of the worst type of woman in the world, in my opinion. You want to have an opinion on everything, you want to talk about everything, but then you want to tip the scale to where this feminist bullshit is ruling. Jalen Rose did not put his hand in your armpit, ma'am.
Did you hear that? The worst type of woman. She is the worst type of woman. She foul. She nasty. She just up there looking cute and doing research. Just like I got to do research, she's doing research. But I know what I'm talking about? I got my opinions and I got what I know I'm talking about. Because when I know what I'm talking about, if I'm bringing you the crazy drop off, I can relate and I know what I'm talking about. Some things I bring to you and I learn as I watch and bring the presentation to you when I go live. So I just want to let y'all know. It's real out here. Sorry about that. I got a text, but yeah, it's real out here with this woman right here. She's foul. And ain't nobody taking her shit. Ain't nobody taking her mouth. Her mouth need to be in a porno on somebody's knob. Facts. A life. For Michaelia Andrews.
But that type of woman that Malika Andrews is, she is a representation of the worst type of woman in the world, in my opinion. You want to have an opinion on everything, you want to talk about everything, but then you want to tip the scale to where this feminist bullshit is ruling. Jalen Rose did not put his hand in your armpit, ma'am. And if that was something that he did and you thought he did, and this man revealed you as his sister, then you might have wanted to talk to your brother off camera.
Hello.
Y'all better be careful about these women like this. That's married to this white man, but always talking about black men and always disrespecting black men. You know what?
Didn't I just say that? I said that. He can relate to me. He ain't stupid. See, a lot of people think black men are stupid. And the thing about us black people, ain't none of us really stupid. We got the smarts and we get the frequencies and the exceptions of we don't even have to be somewhere, but we catch the vibe. The vibe tells us, and we know from experience, from heritage, from history, from slavery, from segregation, everything. We know what the real is. It can be this way or it can be that way. But we're not too quick to judge. But we will put it out there so you can think about it. Listen to what he just said.
Camera. Y'all better be careful about these women like this. That's married to this white man, but always talking about black men and always disrespecting black men. You know what, Malika? We've never heard you say nothing about Dana White slapping his wife over and over again. How come we never heard that, ma'am?
Hell no, never heard.
How come you always attacking black men and always trying to make sure a black man is in line? Who paying you to do that, ma'am? Oh, I forgot. We already know. You don't have the same energy for Brett Favre. You don't have the same energy for nobody else but black men, ma'am.
Speak.
You are not my kind of woman. I would never go nowhere near a woman like you, ma'am. And if that was something that he did and you thought he did, and this man revealed you as his sister, then you might have wanted to talk to your brother off camera.
And why didn't she do that? Why didn't she do that? Because she ain't got the same love as he has for her, claiming, oh, she's like my sister. I've been knowing her. My God, Jalen. Bro, you almost, don't you know how steps away you was almost canceled? You was almost getting rid of. They almost got rid of you, my man. Because if they looked at it in another way, they would have been like, okay, well, Jalen, you can't do that to our woman. Not on live TV, not here. So you might have to find somewhere else to go. You know what I mean? That's what they would have did. But they say he got fired. They say he didn't get fired. We're going to see. But I want to take this back so y'all can hear that.
Y'all better be careful about these women like this. That's married to this white man, but always talking about black men and always disrespecting black men. You know what, Malika? We've never heard you say nothing about Dana White slapping his wife over and over again. How come we never heard that, ma'am? How come you always attacking black men and always trying to make sure a black man is in line? Who paying you to do that, ma'am? Oh, I forgot. We already know. You don't have the same energy for Brett Favre. You don't have the same energy for nobody else but black men, ma'am. You are not my kind of woman. I would never go nowhere near a woman like you. And for all you that think that's fine, that's ugly as hell to me. Ain't no way to a woman that is a direct detriment to a man is a good thing. I look at you all, I don't care how fine you are, you're disgusting to me. Now, it's already bad enough that there's some up men out here. But you're going to take away from good brothers like Jalen Rose that done built a goddamn school for kids? That's disgusting. They always attack the good guys. She ain't out there on no street corner talking about the drug dealers ain't shit.
And that's facts. She's not. She's going after the good guys, like he said. Tell them, yo, let's do the damn thing.
She ain't out there talking to the rappers saying what they doing ain't shit. You out there trying to fuck with Jalen Rose, a man who built a school in Detroit and what he meant for that city? What the hell is wrong with you? Women like you disgust me. Because you tear down good brothers that got to deal with a system that's already fucked up. Because not near one of them rappers, Kevin Gates, or any one of them men that live like men will give a fuck about what you saying. And you know it. So you tear down good brothers. And you know it. Tearing down good men won't help anything. Tearing down good men do not make you strong. It's a damn shame how they got some of these women over-exaggerating things that happen. Your behavior sucks. You're sitting around here trying to be a victim. What the hell would Jalen Rose get out of putting his finger in your armpit? You trying to make a black man look like a weirdo? You disgust me, Malika Adams. Whatever your goddamn name is. I hope I'm saying the right name. Whatever the girl's name is, I don't even want to say a name no more. You disgust me.
And she disgusts me also. Because a woman like that, a black woman at that, on national TV, sports TV, what do you represent? You done sold your soul to do that? Who you sold your soul to? That company ESPN? Or you sold your soul to the white man? Is the white guy like that you married to? I kind of doubt it. I kind of doubted that he's like that for some reason. I very, very doubt that. But you disgusting, like you said. You foul. You need some more training. And you're only 27, and you can't talk to people like how you be talking to people and cutting them off when they talking. You ain't got no manners. Who raised you? Like TK say, who raised you? Your opinion sucks. Your thoughts sucks. Right now, your mouth need to be sucking until you get painted on, and then slapped in the face and move on. Keep them pushing. Keep on pushing. Yes, I said it at the 103 Krazy Dropoff. You need to keep on pushing, keep on moving, because you are disgusting to all of us. Especially all of us black men that you try to shame on and be a victim to. You know what I mean? So here go the footage of the actual footage of where Miss Malikia Andrews is accusing Jalen Rose of putting his finger under her armpit. You can see closely. It's going to be replay, back to back. But you can just analyze for yourself where his hand's at. He got one hand on the ball, and he got the other hand on her shoulder, on her arm, her upper arm. And his fingers ain't that long to go curling in to her armpit. Now, there were some things allegedly said that Jefferson was the one that put his fingers under her armpit. Now, if you watch, I don't have the software to slow it down, but if you watch, Jalen put his arm around her, and she's like, the camera like pans out a little bit. Somehow you can see Jefferson's hand move from her, and then he's back in the background again. That's a large step. That's a large step from where he was at. I don't know if this is true or not. That's why I say it's alleged that that Jefferson put his finger up under her armpit, and he thought it was Jalen. Let's watch this to see.
Happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best. Where does it get your finger out of my armpit? We're just happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best. Where does it get your finger out of my armpit? We're just happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best.
Now, did y'all see another hand move from by her waist in the background? A light skinned hand. I want you to analyze it and look at it again.
Where does it get your finger out of my armpit? We're just happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best. Where does it get your finger out of my armpit? We're just happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best. Where does it get your finger out of my armpit? We're just happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best. Where does it get your finger out of my armpit? We're just happy to see Jalen Rose welcoming in the man with the best.
So really can't say, okay, Jalen did that. I know Jalen didn't do that. He didn't put his finger up under her armpit. Maybe she lied, or maybe she did. But still, all that could have been weighted off camera. You had to make nobody look smarter and make anybody look like a sucker or make somebody look like a weirdo putting their fingers up under your armpits. I don't want to put my fingers up under your armpit for what? What I'm going to tickle you for? I don't know who the hell you is. I don't know if you're stinking. I don't know if you're perspiring. I don't know what you got. Bed bugs up under your armpits. Like, come on. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, Jefferson, is you doing shit like that? Bro, you need to come out and say it. We got the man, Jalen Rose, coming out talking for himself on his IG. And he's talking about the accusations and everything about Malikia Andrews from his point of view. You want to hear it? Here you go. Let's do the damn thing.
For a second. Let me turn it down a little bit for a second. Some people don't address things head on because it may be good for their ego, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something loud and clear, and I even turned on the music for this. Malika Andrews is like my little sister. She from the Bay. Like my other sister, Amina Hussein, who's a producer at Amazon that's like my sister, that worked at ESPN that got me on NBA Countdown. And let me tell y'all something that's very, very direct and clear, so ain't no gray area. First off, you damn right I hug my sister because I'm a real one, I'm a boss, and I'm a G. Next, I didn't put my finger under her armpit. If you look at the picture, I only got 4 fingers and 1 thumb, and they on her shoulder. Number 2, I ain't get fired from ESPN for doing that. So like the sites that's been running with that, gaming y'all got to pay attention to the sites that's running with that stuff. The site that posted that, you ready for this? It's called Nutsack Sports. That ain't legit. It's called Butt Crack Sports. That ain't legit. Like, I hate that there's some like low-hanging fruit people out there that y'all really like. I wasn't going to even address it. I'm sorry, BK, my social media guy. He told me to leave that alone. Don't give it no energy. But like, it's just dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's my sister, literally. And her better half is my brother. And he just gave me a dope, by the way, basketball card literally the next day after that incident, coincidentally, allegedly, of my biological father, Jimmy Walker. And that's the same basketball card I used to carry as a shorty. And I was very gracious to get it. And so I just had to put that out there as we keep it moving.
Yo, so we got the word from him. And what makes me say, okay, well, I don't think her boyfriend, her husband is like that, even though he's Caucasian. I don't think he's a racist. I don't think he's putting thoughts in her mind. I think she grew up of not liking black skin anyway, or black boys, or wherever she grew up at. She didn't like it. She didn't like her heritage. That's why she went out and found her a white man. This is what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that she was not used to being with black anything. She didn't like that lifestyle. She wanted better. She think the only way she could have a better lifestyle, she had a white boyfriend, a white man, to make it better. And if she had this white man, her dreams and everything, doors, gates opened up, which it did. That's why she's on ESPN, just rambling at the mouth and don't know what the heck she's talking about, being rude and shutting down the black man. This is her power moment. This is her way of being a police officer. This is her way of bullying back at the black skin that she's not comfortable in, at the black man, digging up history, rap sheets from 13 years ago. She's way above herself. She's way above her knowledge, because she's over something that's not true. She's over something that she ain't used to, and she's over something that she ain't trying to get accustomed to. It's either her way or the highway. It's my show. I'm doing the thing. They paying me. Who is she sleeping with? Who's she doing? And that's where I'm gonna put it at. I'm gonna put it right there and stick it to him. Hashtag ESPN Malika Andrews. Why is she here making your show look bad and racist against our own culture, our own people, black men? Half of the sports is black. Half of the players are black. I'm not even trying to make it a racial thing. I'm just saying, like, what is she doing? She's corrupting, she's messing up your ratings, she's messing up the views. And a lot of people really don't like her, don't want to be around her. So how can you get any type of press conference? Yeah, the new cats, they don't really know her, but she's coming for her. She's going to attack them too. So thank y'all for coming to the 103 Crazy Dropoff Radiopod, episode 31. 30 was here. They took it off. They cut me. I ain't stopping. Yo, I'm back. We're doing the damn thing. I'm glad y'all hit that subscribe, that like button, and you hit the bell for notifications anytime I'm coming on live. About to drop it hot. You know what I mean? And y'all enjoy your evening. Enjoy your day. And I love y'all. You know what I mean? And we about to do the damn thing and exit. Peace. I'm out of here.
So y'all know, they don't joke. All my niggas, move that dope. Put too many stacks, I need some more. That's where I live, in the ghetto. That's enough, 'cause now I'm back. If you gangsta, show your stack. It's the hustle, and I'm the flow. From the ghetto. Take a look at my gear. Born in Cleveland, I'm still repping here. Facts are hustling with a six-pack of beer. Doing look like I walk in fear. Hell no, head up, cause shit's gotta be better. So I lost my job, fucking I ain't gonna sweat 'em. Back to the streets, the homies still where I met 'em. New routine, my venues plus a piece of my albums. Homies know I'm linked up with a badass connection. Try to come up without no neglection. I rest in nine and constantly right with my weapon. Focus on the game. Blow up the Hendersons, cool intentions. Don't play with me, my attitude is like cool, but more like edgy, especially with my mind is trying to get money. I do the do. I ain't gotta prove from the ghetto. So y'all know they don't joke. All my niggas move that dope. Put too many stacks, I need some more. That's where I live, in the ghetto. That's enough, 'cause now I'm back. If you gangsta, show your stack. It's the hustle, and I'm the flow. From the ghetto. I'm sitting in the cold, waiting for the wake up so I can work the show. Be scrapping what happened, asking the questions nobody knows. I never hide the feelings, my temper's always shown. Don't need your permission, I'm blowing up just microphones. I'm rapping, I'm laughing, recapping your life all the time. I'm focused. Sometimes I find myself all alone. My intentions is to be successful, that's the goal. Don't just sit there, do something, get that dough. Stay focused in the zone. I keep it real, so when I walk, I'm fantastic, not a lassie, that's my MO. So call me when you need me to melt the snow. Cause I'm still right here in the ghetto. I come call, right here, never fall. So y'all know, they don't joke. All my niggas, move that dope. Put too many stacks, I need some more. That's where I live, in the ghetto. That's enough, 'cause now I'm back. If you gangsta, show your stack. It's the hustle, and I'm the flow. From the ghetto. I don't even won't trust nobody. Trust is like a lot of me. Please keep the bullshit, cause I'm real, I gotta eat. Niggas all faking, 365 constantly. I really don't trust you smiling at me, trying to knock me, stop me. Looking just like me, copy, change like it's mine. Chop me, I almost don't trust my mind. The shit you chopped up, through the end grimy. Mama told me never trust a fiend. Mama, yeah, you right, that's elementary. Automatically, never trust the city streets. Be easy. Niggas acting funny when they got money. Or my money turn them into enemies. Homeboy, why you mocking me? Go run and tell that 103. So y'all know, they don't joke. All my niggas, move that dope. Put too many stacks, I need some more. That's where I live, in the ghetto. That's enough, 'cause now I'm back. If you gangsta, show your stack. It's the hustle, and I'm the flow. From the ghetto.